Hi YouTube and welcome back to my channel. I'm Justenia. In this video, I'm gonna give you guys 6 college tips. If you guys are in college, you can probably use these in high school too, at least some of them if you're in high school. But these are my 6 college tips as well. I'm gonna do like a combination of my college experience to explain to you guys how I went through college. I'm still in college now, 7 years in, so I'm quite experienced, I would say. So let's get into it. The number 1 tip I have for you is books. College books can get so expensive. So what I did, and this is the hack for you guys, is you either rent them or you buy the book and then you sell it back on Amazon. I sold most of my books back on Amazon. I didn't really want to deal with renting and then have to bring it back at a specific time or however that works. They might have new things nowadays, I don't know. That one there. You're not gonna get the amount that you bought the book, but you'll still get some money back and it's great. And if you guys want to donate them, just donate them to a thrift store. That's your other option. Unfortunately, you don't get the money, but at least you could give it to somebody or give it to somebody that you know, or trade with someone if they're taking a class. If you guys are taking opposing classes, trade with them. So there's a different couple of options. Now, when I went into massage school and now that I'm in acupuncture school, I use all of my books. I keep them. So still go about the same way if you don't want the books, but that is part of my career, so I could always reference back to the books. Maybe later on and years later I could sell them, but that is the first tip. So if you're going to a community college or the university, make sure you buy your books as early as possible because the lines are ridiculous. If you guys know what I'm talking about, to wait on a line for your books. I mean, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. My second tip is resources. Use what your school gives you for free. Technically, it's not free, you pay for it. So use it to your potential. You want to use this stuff. Even if you're shy, timid, or whatever, get out there, get in there, use your resources, go to the library. I loved my community college's library because it was huge. Huge tables, huge. I'm a nerd. I love stuff like that. So it was huge. My library now is really, really small. So I never go in there. But use your resources. Go to the library. If you're taking a math class and you're not doing good in math, go to the math center. Anything see what your school provides. I don't know how universities, what they give, but my community college gave us a math center, gave us a writing center. Talk to your teachers if you're struggling. The teachers, they'll appreciate you coming to them and asking them for help. See if you can set up at a time. It's a little harder in college, but use your resources if you need help. Use your resources, and that is my second tip. I used my resources a lot. My third tip is get involved. Get involved as much as you can, guys. You want to get involved as much as you're oh, this sucks. If that's your perspective, oh, this sucks. I hate school. Why do I got to do this? For me, my perspective, when I started community college, I had a hate-love relationship, but I loved it more. I was excited. I got to walk to class, except in the winter time. I wasn't happy about that. But I get to walk to class. I was excited to start community college because it's just coming out of high school. It's a whole different field than high school. So get involved. Join a club. I was a psychology major when I first started community college. I joined the psychology club and it was a lot of fun. So definitely look at the different clubs and look at what interests you to do. Even if you're not taking classes for that, it doesn't matter. Just join the clubs. Another way to get involved, and this is what I do, find a guidance counselor. I know that could be how am I gonna find a guidance counselor or whatever. They have a couple or a lot of guidance counselors in this community college or the university. My school, I found exactly one I liked and his name was Toby, and I stuck with him. I made sure I make appointments with him ahead of time. I'm a very proactive person. I get stuff done before it happens because I don't want to wait. Number 1, I don't want to wait. Number 2, if the person is really well liked and well known, they're gonna get booked fast. So I would make appointments ahead of time, and he really helped me and helped guide me and what I should take and what I should do. So definitely check that out. My fourth tip is pick classes that you will like. Even if you're in a certain major, if you have electives available, pick the classes that you think you will enjoy. There's a bunch of different classes that you could take that you enjoy, or you could try out to see if you like it. This was one of my favorite things about going to community college, because I got to pick a lot of electives in the psychology major. These are my favorite classes that I've taken. I've taken community college. I've taken communications class, which if you're not a public speaker, don't do it. But I loved my communications class. It was like my top class. It was so much fun. My teacher was amazing. And that's another thing. Look, when I was in community college, I just remembered this. When I was in community college, I will look, there's a site, and I forget what the site is, guys. But if you could look up your school and you look up all the teachers, find out who are the best teachers in that school and try to get them. And this is what helps with being proactive and scheduling your classes first, because you could get your teacher that you want. Intense. I'm a total nerd, I get it. But you want to get, you're paying for this, you want to have really good teachers. At least I did. So I took communications. That was by far my favorite class. Marine biology was an amazing class. Creative writing, I loved expressing myself. So if you like expressing yourself, creating writing as a really go-to. That was really fun too. And it was a different perspective of how I thought you would write poems. Then sports. I hated that we had to take gym class. I was so annoyed. But they had yoga. And let me tell you guys, I met my yoga teacher 7 years ago. That's a long time. My yoga teacher, I met her 7 years ago. I did 200-hour teaching with her later on in life. I followed her my whole entire life. One thing, so even if you think like community college is such a waste of time, broaden your perspective, open up your mind. Because later on in life, you'll look back and you'll be like, oh my God. For example, for me, I met my yoga teacher, and if I never went to community college, I would have never met her. And she changed my life, a lot about my life. And so yeah, definitely if you have, school has yoga, take it. Look at the study abroad programs and see if you could get a loan for going to study abroad. I also studied abroad for a month to Italy with 30 different people I didn't know. I knew like one person and my teacher on there. That was an amazing trip, and it was the experience of a lifetime. So look at the study abroad programs and see if you can do that, and see what classes you would need to take to go into the study abroad program. I also took business classes, and the business classes is how I went on my study abroad program, because my teacher taught business classes in Italy, and I loved my business classes. So there's that too. Health is my fifth tip. Okay, this could be very generic, but it's so important. If I were you and you're going to college and you're working full-time or part-time, I would exercise every day. If you can't do that, 3 times a week, I would say put it as your goal. You want to exercise every day or whenever you can, because you're gonna get stressed out. It's inevitable. You're gonna get stressed out. And working out will help you so much. It will help you, give you energy. It will help your stress levels. It will help you focus. Let me tell you, you will focus if you're getting anxiety, getting depressed, or whatever it is that happens. You will focus a whole lot better, and you will just feel overall better. So definitely exercise. Also, for the fitness, join a gym. I joined Planet Fitness. I was paying $10 a month. The Planet Fitness was right by my school. So look at the location of where your school is and find out if there's a gym close to it. Or the community college might have a gym that you could go to. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember. But I joined the gym, and I would go in between classes. Sometimes I would go before school even started, and I would take a shower at the gym, and that was my routine. Another health tip is check out the therapist that the school provides you. In my community, I'm not sure, again, guys, disclaimer, I'm not sure what other colleges give you. I don't know, universities, because my massage school and my acupuncture school is a program, so they don't provide any of the amenities that I'm talking about, for the most part, besides like administration people. Everybody should go to therapy. It's just in our society today, 2017, what is going on in our world. I think everybody should go to therapy. It's a really healthy thing. That is my opinion. Please don't take offense to that. I love going to therapy, and it makes me feel better and it gets me out of my head. So definitely, if you're having some issues or you want to speak to someone, go see a therapist at your school if it's available, and it will make you feel a lot better and help you. So my 6th tip is productivity. Productivity? Did I say that right? So my tip for productivity is to go to the library. Go to your school library, go to your public library to study. Sometimes when you're home in your environment, if you have family, or you're living with family, or you're living with a significant other, or you're in a dorm, it is hard to study if you get distracted very easily. Hence, I get very distracted very, very easily. If I don't stick to a plan and I don't stick to a certain routine, I'm all over the place. Another thing you could do is go to cafes. Go to different cafes. You know, change up your environment. Go to library, go to cafes, so that it doesn't get stagnant. I loved going to cafes. I would get so much work done. And when I changed my perspective, when I thought I was wasted a lot of my time, I did study a lot and I went to cafes a lot and stuff. And now I'm going to start implementing that back into my life. So you could go in between classes, or you could go, you know, after work, whatever. Just find out how your schedule works out. And if you're working, look at, just make a calendar and fit in all those spaces. I had a very routine, so I didn't write anything out. I just knew my routine, so I would go in between classes, or I would go after school, depending on what my schedule was. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I didn't rant too much. I'm sorry. I just get excited, and this is my experience and 6 tips for college. I hope they're helpful for you. If I help one person, that's all that matters, guys. Please like this video if you like this kind of video. Please subscribe down below and hit that little bell button. I don't know which side it's on. Hit that little bell button to get notifications for my videos. I upload every Tuesday and Thursday now, and I hope you enjoyed this. Good luck back to school, and let me know what major you're majoring in. I'm actually really interested. Namaste, guys. The light in me honors the light in you. Bye.